Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makak double honor to the elder apostles, a great millstone that taught me his truth, and blessings all you sincere ladies out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that fellow servant Kanakala coming at you once again from GMS, Tampa Bay 12, a profitable servant, St. Petersburg, Florida, Yahushai the Holy One. And I'd like to thank Yahweh Hashem Yahushai putting the spirit on me to do another lesson. And if I didn't say double honor to the apostles, a great millstone, blessings you brothers out there pushing this truth. Alright. This is a quick article. I titled this video, like, just the end of the American Empire, man. Because as you can see, America has just started putting tariffs on everybody. So you can clearly see this is a global war. They're getting ready to start a global war, a third world war again. All right, to get out of this depression. All right, to reboot this monetary system, so to say. All right, just like World War I, World War II. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna get the first precept. I was gonna bring it out later, but this is it. Revelation 19, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. And those woes represent world wars. All right. So one world war is past, two woes come hereafter. So the second world war already passed. So it's gonna be a total of 3 world wars. All right. And this is gonna be the war to end all wars. Okay. So, and that's what's really happening, because it didn't stop at China, putting tariffs on China. Going back and forth with China. It didn't stop with Russia. It didn't stop with Venezuela. It didn't stop with Iran. It didn't stop with its own allies, the EU. Okay, they're going all out, man. India slashed retaliatory tariffs on 28 U.S. products ahead of Pompeo's visit. This is, India has imposed higher tariffs on 28 U.S. products, including almonds, apples, and walnuts, in response to Washington's withdrawal of key trade privileges from New Delhi. The U.S. goods affected by the Indian tariffs include iron, steel products, flat-rolled stainless steel, boric acid, tube, pipe fittings, screws, bolts, and rivets. The hikes also target food products such as walnuts, chickpeas, lentils, apples, pears, Artemia shrimps. The new tariffs would allow India to receive around $217 million additional revenue from U.S. imports, a source told Times of India earlier. Alright, what's going on? It says India opposes retaliatory tariffs on U.S. merchandise exports. Levies imposed on goods originating or exported from the U.S. from June 16 covers apples, walnuts. Alright, so it says, in order to raise import taxes as high as 120% on a number of American-made goods, was issued by the Indian government in June 2018, but it was delayed by New Delhi on several occasions, as its trade talks with Washington were ongoing. The standoff between New Delhi and Washington began last March, when U.S. President Donald Trump imposed 25% import duty on steel and 10% tariffs on aluminum products, being a major exporter of those items to the American market. India was hit hard by the move, losing $240 million. So these countries are being affected by this madness that America is pulling, man. As far as putting tariffs and putting sanctions on people, man, it's affecting them. It's costing them. All right. It says, and that's really truly, that's why I brought up Revelations 9 and 12. That's truly an act of war, man. All right. Financial war. That's the beginning of war. All right. You declaring war on them when you put tariffs on them. Okay, or put sanctions on them. It says the sides tried to find common ground for over a year, but the trade talks collapsed early in June after the U.S. withdrew exports incentive to India companies under its Generalized System of Preferences (GSP) program, affecting $5.5 billion worth of goods. All right. It says the U.S. and India have been major trade partners during the past decade, with turnover between them standing at over $142 billion in 2018. All right, but of course, and that's going to bring in this next precept. Okay, it says U.S. and India have been major trade partners during the past decade, but you can clearly see India is getting ready to buy S-400s. All right. India is a part of BRICS. So yeah, they being good trading partners. All right, but India, hey, let me just get a precept, okay? This is Revelation 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord God concerning Edom. All right, and we know who Edom is. As we have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And right now, Esau, Edom, especially these American Edomites, are being greatly despised amongst the nations. It says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. All right, and that's pride. Here it is. You think you can put sanctions on these other countries, all right? And the prideful thing about it is that you need these countries, all right? You need these countries to live, you know, to eat, to make money. But here it is. You're going to put sanctions on the same countries that you need. That's pride, man, all right? And it has deceived you, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in my heart, who shall bring me down? And that's what Esau, Edom says. Who's going to take us down? All right, we have the greatest military force. All right, we can go around policing the world and nobody. We have to answer to no. We don't have to answer to anyone. It says, thou exalt thyself as an eagle. We know the bird for the America is the eagle. It says, and though thy settest thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the Lord is going to bring you down. It says, if these come to thee of robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough? If the great robbers came to thee, would they have not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right, so this man is being exposed. All right, and I'm going to refer back to this article here. It says, the U.S. and India have been major trade partners during the past decade, with turnover between them standing at over $142 billion in 2018. That's a lot of money, man. All right. So they say they've been good trade partners for the last decade, but now, hey, it's time for that battle. The scriptures say all they that bend the bow, all right, in battle, man, come up against her. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. So here it is. Even though it says the U.S. and India have been major trade partners during the past decade, it says all the men of the confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. All right. They that eat thy bread, all right, because India, being good trade partners, eating thy bread, have laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding, all right, in him, all right. So India has laid a wound, all right, underneath you, man, by doing this right here, all right. India slaps retaliatory tariffs on 28 U.S. products ahead of Pompeii's visit. Okay, so that they laid a wound underneath thee, man. All right, retaliation. They were at peace with thee, but now look, they eating that bread because they need you as you need them. But according to the BRICS, okay, they put themselves in certain situations to where they're not as, and that's what these countries are doing. They're putting themselves in positions because they can clearly see America is a tyrannical government, all right, a tyrannical empire. So they're putting themselves in positions to where they're not as dependent on them, all right. They don't really much depend on them like that. So with that being said, that's why they form certain coalitions as far as BRICS, all right, so they can trade amongst themselves. We don't need U.S. for anything. Anything that they produce, which is, you know, not much. Anything they produce, we don't need them. So we got to put ourselves in positions to where that we don't need them. We don't rely on them because they're getting ready to go down, man. All right, this is that's why my title is the end of an empire, man. So with that, Lord willing, you are edified. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakodash, that will honor all the apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. And blessings all you sincere labors out there pushing this truth. And all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.